Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be going up against the rocket leaders so we can get to Giovanni to catch our Shadow Groudon. I caught that today. We're going to see how the IVs did turn out. It's very unfortunate that I can't get more of those Shadow Groudons right now because I used my other Giovanni radars to catch Kyogre, 3 of them, which they all turned out to be horrible, including the one that I saved for Hawaii in the rain. So it's a little unfortunate, but with that said, let's see how the Groudon turned out. And I'm gonna need your help if you stay tuned. I'm gonna ask you all a question, and if we can reach a certain goal of likes, then I will be spending the Stardust on it to see how it does perform. But with that said, let's go ahead and start this video right about now. All right, so I didn't even make this team specifically to go up against the Rocket Leaders. I had this team from back when I was doing Great League battles: Shadow Toxicroak, Shadow Alola Marowak, and Shadow Venusaur. So we're going to use this team as much as we can until we just can't simply take a win anymore. So let's see what we have going on here. They're going to be low combat power, Great League up against these massive combat power Pokemon. So it's pretty funny that I just had a team ready to go. And well, let's see what we have going on here. Now, if you're a newer player, there's a few tips that I have for you here that we've been over many a times, but it's been a while, so we'll just go ahead and talk about them again. Now, when you use a charge attack, when you swap, or when they use a charge attack, that is going to freeze them for about 2 seconds or so, and that is going to give you an opportunity to get in some quick moves. Now, you don't necessarily want to throw your charge move right after, like back to back, okay? So if you have a ton of energy, you throw it, you get a couple of quick moves in, then you throw it again. Or if they use their charge attack, then you shield or whatever you have to do, and then you wait, get some more quick moves in, and then you throw your charge move. You want to just take advantage of all these little pauses that they do. That's if you're trying to go in with a challenge, okay? Or if you're a lower level trainer, but it is compared to, depending upon your level and combat power Pokemon. So not everybody's fighting the same strong leaders that you see here. So keep that in mind as well. But just a little food for thought. All right, let's see what we have going on here. Now, this is Trailblaze, and I let it go the first time. I had to do it again because I was thinking, oh, okay, Trailblaze, it's not gonna, take Venusaur out. That's grass and poison, even though we're a low combat power. It one-shotted me, so I had to restart that one. All right, so here we are. They're gonna be able to take us down there. They do have Sand Attack on this thing. I was kind of wondering, what the hell is that move? Oh yeah, Sand Attack. And they do have a Hypno. I do believe that's going to be Zen Headbutt, so it's not going to be doing as much damage as Confusion. Otherwise, I think it's going to be a little difficult. Swapping into Toxicroak and getting off the Mud Shot right as they get that Zen Headbutt out, it's going to one-shot me if they do land it. And you can pause or stop or prevent damage in this when you go up against the Grunts as well as the Rocket Leaders here and Giovanni. You just have to time it right, so you can essentially rip them off for a quick move that they got through essentially. Now, they do have Caesar in the back, which is working out perfect for me here, so we're going to go ahead and go for Shadow Bone. It is getting a little close here. Didn't know if I was going to make it to the next Shadow Bone, but it looks like we are. Of course, we are going to be resisting that quick move, but it is adding up, and we take them out with Fire Spin. Shadow Alola Marowak going up against these leaders here. It's just fun using these low combat power Pokemon. And unfortunately, no shiny. All right, going into Sierra, I am actually going to have to change out Venusaur for Stunfisk because it was just not working. You're going to see what's going to happen here. So, of course, she's going to have Trapinch in the beginning, right? So we swap, go for the Frenzy Plant, and of course they shield up the first 2 charge attacks, so, do what you got to do there. Maybe find a Pokemon that can spam charge moves, again, if you're trying to do this challenge. So this Murkrow here, all right, now, thank goodness they have low defense, so we're going to be able to at least do something here. But we have 2 Pokemon. Technically, the whole team was going to be weak to it, so that's why I had to change out the one Toxicroak for this Stunfisk here. So we're bringing it in, going for the discharge. It is still going to be 1500 combat power, so it's not like we're using something super powerful. It's just going to be more effective in this situation here, right? So down goes the Murkrow, and they do have a Houndour in the back, so we're going to go ahead and go for the Mud Bomb here. And we do have the Venusaur. We're going to go ahead and, we can't swap, so we're just going to go down there. Bringing in the Venusaur, getting to the Sludge Bomb. We have to have all the team working together here to take out this Houndour, because despite us resisting fire with the Marowak, it's still going to be doing a lot of damage. All right, so we're going to go for the Shadow Bone, a couple more quick moves, or just one more, and we're taking that win. Will we get a Shadow here? Let's see. And we are not getting a shadow. Shiny, that's what I meant to say. All right, so we have Giovanni here. There was quite a few decoys around me. I did end up just doing one just to see if I can get a shiny shadow Bellsprout, right? But, you know, we'll see what happens there. And then I eventually find them. Now, when I go up against Giovanni, I'm not going to be using low combat power. I did try for a second, but I had to go pick up my son from school, and I wanted to get this all done while I was out. So I said, the hell with this. So I just picked normal Pokemon and take him out. So, well, unfortunately, no fun, interesting battle there. But after that, we're going to actually look at all of my Shadow Legendary Pokemon just to see what we have going on here and talk about another aspect of powering these things up right away and maybe how you should wait if you didn't get the best IVs. I know it's tempting, especially as a content creator. You want to be one of the first to make stuff here and there, but it is a lot of Stardust down the drain. All right, so up against Giovanni, and now I'm going to go ahead and tell you what is going on here. So folks, if you want me to max out my Shadow Groudon, I want this video to reach 1,100 likes. I'm asking for a decent number because this is a lot of dust, okay? So I'm giving it that number because I'm thinking it might not get there. It is also has a good chance to get there as well. So it's not unrealistic. I'm not asking for like 3,000 likes, right? So 1,100, if you want me to max out my Shadow Groudon, you're gonna see what the IVs here are in just a second. So Excadrill is the real ground type. Forget about Shadow Groudon. Forget about it. It's all about the Shadow Excadrill here, folks. I'm telling you what, this thing is still on top. Now look at the damage that we're going to be able to do. Yeah, we had all this energy. I'm just, being silly here. All right, so this Groudon, what the hell is this combat power that it has? Is that like a raid boss style? 19,000. My gosh, that is insane. All right, so down goes Giovanni, the moment of truth. Now, I'm going to tell you, I was waiting for sunny weather so I can get a higher combat power, but it doesn't really matter because it doesn't apparently change the IVs of these shadows, so who gives a damn? Let's see what we have here, folks. And it's sitting at a 8, 8, 11. There you go. Those are my Groudon IVs. 8, 8, 11. Could it be worse? Oh, absolutely. Could it be better? Oh, hell yeah, it could. Is this worth powering up? Let's talk about that, okay? As we do look at my Shadow Legendaries here. So as we've been seeing, Niantic is bringing back Legendaries to become in the raids. So they're going to be in raids. You're going to be able to raid them as much as you want to potentially get a Shiny and Shadow now, right? So as soon as they bring these Legendaries to raids, like they've been doing with the birds as well as the Legendary Beasts, you are going to be able to get them Shiny and Shadow. And if you get bad IVs, you can keep fishing. Keep going, keep trying. The only thing is you have to be there in person, which is not that big of a deal. A little annoying, but you can get people together and get a better one if you really wanted to, right? I know there's always going to be somebody in the comment, well, I don't live somewhere where... I get it. Some of us are living out some place where there's nobody else to play. I understand. I really wish we could remote raid them. I'm just being in general here, okay? Now, I do have a lot of these good Shadow Mewtwo's, and this is from the raid day, okay? Get out there, raid Shadow Mewtwo, okay? Yeah, you want to. The damn thing is absolutely amazing, okay? It's going to be a beast. It's going to be hard to take out, but if you're in there with a big group of people and you're going around taking it down, it doesn't really matter. Now, here's the dilemma on powering up these ones that we get from Giovanni right away. If you get bad IVs, then you're screwed, right? Unless you have a couple of these rocket radars, you can do it a couple of different times to maybe get a better one. But they will be bringing these all out in raids eventually. It's just a matter of when. So here's the dilemma. I really want to use this in Master League for Groudon, but that's a freaking load of damn XL candies I'm going to be wasting. And if I throw that into this horrible one right now, when they return to the raids, let's be realistic. I'm not going to raid hard enough to get enough XL candies to power up another one like that. We're going to have some sort of a day where they bring back Primal Groudon, and whatever the case may be, they increase the remote raid limit to whatever, and I'm able to go hard. Okay, that's the only way. So these candies are very, very valuable to me. So am I making a mistake by asking you to get this to 1,100 likes so I can max it out? Maybe, but it won't be the end of the world. Because, yeah, I'll be able to get candies yet again. I'll have a pretty good ground type attacker, I suppose. And we don't even know when they're going to be releasing Groudon into the raids. Could be in, 4 months. Could be in, 1.5 to 4 years. Who knows? It's probably not going to be that long. but we don't know exactly when. So, you know, at the end of the day, are IVs overrated? Could you go in with a 000 and still be okay? I mean, sure, but look at the price. I already powered this up a little bit, so it's essentially going to cost me, plus the secondary move, like 750,000 Stardust around, plus of what I already invested to get it to 50. Granted, I have the candies, but I'm not sitting at like 500 or 600. I'm sitting at a little bit more than I need. So there you go, folks. Not great IVs, but I'm not going to sit here and complain. It's like, that's a little unfortunate, but again, it could be worse. And it's up to you if you want me to max this thing out. All right, there you have it, folks. I'd be a little bit more happier if the attack was around 12. All right, I just personally think that when you get them from Giovanni, it should be a floor of 10, maybe. And it'll make everybody happy, right? Because you only get one chance until they bring them into raids. Well, there you have it, folks. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. And let's see if I'm going to be wasting my Stardust on this thing if you guys get it to the appropriate likes. Catch you all next time. Take care.